I've been thinking so much this morning about how I'm gonna miss the PCT. I know I have to come back to do like 13 days and finish Oregon when I'm done, but that'll be so fast. Like for, basically for the rest of the year, I'm gonna be on the CDT, and I can't imagine not coming back here at some point. Like people always ask, would you do this trail again? If you told me you're never gonna hike the PCT again, I would be shocked. So it feels like home here. Spent so much time on this trail. Can't even imagine. This morning, day 225, baby. Started walking 5:07 a.m. Right now, so hazy. It was windy and the wind blew in tons of smoke. I'm assuming from fires in Canada or something. And I hope that the air quality improves over the course of the day, because it is exhausting doing like a 30 or 40 mile day when the air quality is as bad as it seems right now. It could definitely be a lot worse. I've hiked in probably much, much worse, but yeah. Last night, it's so funny, I was like so convinced I was gonna probably do like 36 or 37 yesterday, but I was like passing this tent site and it looked like there weren't a lot of things coming up, just like a small spot here or there. So I came up to the spot. There was a guy cowboy camped there. He said 5 people had recently gone by. So there were very few desperation sites. So that seemed kind of questionable. And then I checked and saw like if I do a 40 today, it's only a 25 to get into Snoqualmie. So I stopped there. I did like 30, almost 33 yesterday. Doing 40 today, but started at 5. I didn't even start till 8:30 yesterday, and did 33 before dark. So I think it's gonna be a pretty early day today. Then Snoqualmie tomorrow. Stay in town. Resupply. A trail angel messaged me and left a resupply box for me at the inn that I'm staying at, and it's actually the same trail angel who maybe I'll get him in the video in like a week or so. We'll see what happens, but he's offered to drive me from Mazama, which is the nearest town when you complete the PCT, and he said wants to drive me all the way to Glacier. So that would be absolutely crazy. We'll see what happens there. He has family in Glacier, so like to him the trip is like worth it, because then he gets to visit his son and he just wants to help. So that would be so sick. Look at this. Oh my freaking gosh. You can see all the smoke though. But I think it's gonna be a good day. It's crazy how smoky it is there. I hope it was quite windy this morning, so I'm not really nervous. Like smoke can blow in from really, really far away, like crazy far away. This it's very likely that this fire is hundreds and hundreds of miles away. But I'll be curious to see, because that is a lot of smoke. Like that's not sunrise. That's all smoke. That is crazy. So much smoke, so much haze. Don't know what's down there. Like, looks like a parking lot or something. Weird. Pretty good timing to get up here. then all of a sudden, you're in a burn. Crazy. Apparently this goes on, if the comments are right, for like 10 or 12 miles. Obviously it was, I would say, a couple years ago, a year or two. I mean, there isn't, some trees survived up there, but there's not a substantial amount of growth. It probably wasn't last year. Maybe two, I guess it could be 3 years ago. Everyone's like, no one cares, kid. Nobody cares when the fire was. But it's windy, it's smoky, my head kind of hurts, but I took Excedrin. Smoke is a funny thing. It's almost like altitude, where you don't really know why you feel tired or why your head kind of hurts, and then when you know, hiking it enough, just the smell in the air, I'm like, oh no, I know it's coming for me. It's just exhausting, but it's still pretty windy. The hope would be the wind will push the smoke past me, but that's kind of hopeful. Absolutely stunning day so far. Sun is out. Just went past though. Had like a flashbulb memory to the PCT in 2022 when I was going southbound. I was somewhere before Bend. I want to say, I guess, past near Olali Lake before Bend. And there was like an insane amount of smoke had blown in. Probably top 2 times in my life when I've like hiked in the worst air quality of my life. That was terrible phrasing or wording. It was really, really bad, but I was hiking with a wilderness firefighter, so they at least made us all feel better in the sense that they're like, yeah, this is not good for you, but like you are gonna be fine. And so when we were hiking, we wound up running into a bunch of people who had turned back. One guy, completely understandable, he had like asthma. And I bet, oh my gosh, it would be scary if you had like any kind of pre-existing condition to be hiking in things like smoke. But I'm saying this because I just ran into someone going backwards. She's a northbounder and turned back just because the air quality is not great. She's wearing an N95. Actually, outside Jay, the trail angel, he gave me an N95. It's in my bag, in with my electronics. I figured there was a good chance I would never use it, but it is really nice on, really nowadays, all of the National Scenic Trails to carry one of those, because you never know when you'll need it. I think the air quality is really not that bad. I've hiked in much, much worse. And it's actually a little better on the side of the mountain that I just got onto, but it's not great. But for me, I mean, definitely not worth turning back. I'm over 15 miles in already. I just had a bunch of downhill and I voice to Texan. 4 blogs, baby. Killing it. It's still so nice and cool. It's so early. The smoke's definitely better. Been a really good day so far. I don't think that thing in the back was there in 2022. But I slept here inside that cabin in 22. They still haven't found this lunatic dude. I guess, trigger warning, he killed his whole family. But I was like on the AT or something when that happened. It's been a while, and I mean, he's probably, assumptively, he's in Canada. And was probably never on the PCT, but pretty crazy. Dude, in this smoke, kind of hard. I mean, it's really not that hard to see. Like, the sky is completely smoky. It's really strong in the air. So hazy. It's like a parking lot. ATV just drove by down that road. This is what I was talking about when I crossed over the pass last night, or like the parking area. one of these used to be posted by Chinook because the last known location of Sherpa or Chris Fowler was the Cracker Barrel. But so sad. 2016. First, yesterday I said 2015, but 2016 makes a lot more sense because it was really big news on the PCT in 2017, which makes a lot of sense because it had just happened. Like, he was lasting in October, so of course, you know, his mom, his stepmom, and his family were, you know, eager to get hikers out on the trail to start seeing if they found any of his gear. They've never found any of his gear. But the Cracker Barrel was the store I was at the other day, and he was there October 12th, which is so late. So, I mean, there's record from other hikers that there was a huge storm. It can only be assumed that he got caught in a storm, soaking wet, cold, and died of the elements, but nobody knows. But Trail of the Lost is a really good book. It's not just about him. It's about a lot of different missing persons and tragedies and stuff on the PCT, but the foundation that his stepmom made in conjunction with like some other people trying to have helped find many missing persons. Yeah, it was a really interesting book, but that's sad to see such a young kid, dude, and like to hike 2,300 miles and have tragedy strike, and at the end of your hike is unimaginable. These are so good. I think it's like Australian, but the funny thing is the last time I had them was in Canada on the International Appalachian Trail. I miss the delicious food there. Little midday update. It's just before 4 p.m. I'm like 31 miles in for the day. Making incredibly good time. Consistent 3 miles an hour. Love. Probably like 3 hours left. I'm going downhill right now. I'm gonna hit a water source, last water source, possibly for the day. If I only go like 40 or 41 miles, then yeah, it's my last water source for the day. I just have a feeling I'm going to get to that camp spot at like before 7. And it's funny, I have like such a vivid memory that there's like a dirt road that's not it is not an accessible road, and there was a bunch of tent sites there. My buddy who I met on trail in 2022, he had camped there, and I remember like going a little bit past him. That would be 43 miles for the day. So, and there's a water source near there, so it just depends on the time. I mean, 43 would be cool because then tomorrow would be a 22-mile day. It's like the only way I'm getting any short days anytime soon is by doing like 40s. So that'd be pretty sick. We'll see. I love the old emblems. Perfect. Almost to camp. Good morning. Day 226. Guess I don't need my headlamp anymore. I slept in a teeny bit. I wanted to be walking at 5 because I'm a town crazy person who is excited about town. But then I'm just tired, dude. I mean, of course I'm tired. Did 43 miles yesterday. It's been doing really solid, consistent big miles for, as you can see, quite some time. Probably the longest that I ever have. And I feel really good. And I mean, when I say I'm tired, I think it's like I get up, I feel really energized, but I think the danger is in the roll back over. And I make the conscious choice when I do it. I just shouldn't be doing it, but I did the math. I'm like, dude, who cares if I get to town at 1:15, maybe 1:30 at the latest. Yeah, because I left camp at 5:40, and it's like 22 miles to get to the road into Snoqualmie. So it's still gonna be a really early day. I'm excited. Check in to the room, go through my exciting resupply box from this lovely guy who dropped it off for me the other day, and I also mailed myself Trader Joe's stuff, so I'm gonna have a ridiculous amount of food. But that's nice, I won't need anything. And then I really have to look at the weather, try to plan. I mean, obviously there's nothing I can do about rain, but if it is going to rain like for days, then I'll probably try to stay. I might try to stay in Stevens Pass, Skokomish, and Mazama to dry out. I have to do some math and stuff, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully it just doesn't rain. Like, I don't mind rain, especially I don't mind like if it rains for part of the day, every single day for a really long time. Like, it wasn't a big deal when there was afternoon thunderstorms. It could be even longer than that, especially if I'm able to use an umbrella. Like, I barely get wet. But all day rain for multiple days, cold, wet, not great, but too soon to say. But I'm stoked for town, eat a bunch of stuff. Hopefully the hot tub's not closed at the Summit Inn. If the hot tub and sauna were open, it'd be a freaking game changer. I forgot to mention earlier, last night I hit mile marker 5,560, which means I've officially exceeded the most mileage I've ever hiked in a year. When I hiked the Eastern Continental Trail in 2023, I believe I logged 5,553 or 56 miles or something like that. So as of last night, I've hiked the furthest in a year that I ever have, and every day that goes by will be a new PR, which is so cool. But the craziest thing is on the ECT, it took me 322 days to do just shy of 5,600 miles, and today is day 226. So I did the same amount of miles in 100 less days, which is freaking crazy. Honestly, I've had this thought for a really long time. Not really a thought, I've had this like odd inclination that I'm going to finish this hike in 322 days. I don't know, maybe it's just because the number is so familiar in my head because that's how long it took to do the ECT. But looking at it on a calendar, it's at least like a slight possibility, but it's oddly, I felt like pulled to that all year. But crazy stuff. It's all personal bests from here on out. This lake is so pretty. Some sick camping. All right, Randy. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Randy. I've never had this one, Italian style pepper steak. Yellow curry, oh my gosh. Lasagna, it's one of my favorites. Randy left me a resupply box at the Summit Inn. with like freaking everything. Bobos, oh my gosh, walking tamales, Ziplocs, hot chalky, so much good stuff. Oh my gosh. We love you, Randy. You're the greatest. Hello, quickly coming to you from the future just to say I'm sorry I never signed off on this video. Wound up just relaxing in town for the other night, or for the entire night. Met up with another hiker who's also doing the border to border Calendar Year Triple Crown slide. When I was checking into this room, he like got to the hotel, wound up splitting the room, hanging out for the night. And yeah, I'll update you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Sorry that I didn't sign off on the day.